Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. Let's take a look at the Forex economic calendar for today. So what do we have in the economic calendar? Very important data release, high important data release from the Eurozone. CPI data from the Eurozone is scheduled for release at 11 o'clock. The market participants expect a increase from 3% to 3.2% in the CPI. And then at 4 o'clock we got data from the USA in form of the job openings. So those are the very important, high important data releases from the Eurozone and USA that might have some impact on the markets, basically might increase volatility. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. Now, what is euro dollar doing? The euro dollar keeps moving higher. Nevertheless, we are just in the middle of this recent movement to the downside. We retraced 50% from the lows of the wave C, 1.1577, local high 1.1686. Momentum is barely positive, 54 points only, so not much has been happening lately on the euro dollar. If the cycle to the downside labeled on this chart as ABC had completed at the lows of the wave C 1.1577, then the market might be ready to move higher in impulsive fashion, impulsive style. However, this doesn't actually looks like impulsive wave whatsoever, so maybe it's just some sort of the connector between zigzag, ABC zigzag pattern, connector ABC zigzag pattern. So we might see double zigzag complex corrective pattern forming on the euro dollar before there is even any chance for a movement to the upside in impulsive style. So that's the current situation on the euro dollar. British pound keeps moving higher. We are trying to break above the last week high located at 1.3484. If we do, then the next target is the high for the wave B, 1.3508. Nevertheless, this movement to the upside is still very limited in terms of the volatility, with the momentum barely touching the level of 60. Anything can happen anyway. So for now, temporary bulls are in charge of this market. Nevertheless, the situation is not that clear yet because the volatility is too low. US dollar versus the Japanese yen slowly but surely moved higher, broke up towards the new swing high. 159.74 is the new swing high, and we keep moving higher with the diminishing momentum. Please take a look at this part of the screen. On this chart you can see how easily it was to move lower, very aggressively and dynamically, and then how much time and how complex was to retrace or recover the lost ground by the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. So the ease of the move is still to the downside, right? So please keep an eye on this current situation, because if there is another situation above the level of 160 like it was here, 160.73, we might see another smash to the downside. Or in case bulls will grow enormously strong on this market, big breakout to the upside might be completed as well. However, for now we can see that the bears are getting active above 160, so that is something that we need to keep in mind here. The gold market keeps bouncing higher after breaking out from the bearish flag pattern, retesting the 4,594 level, and now the bulls are trying to move back above this level yet again to test the local supply zone located roughly around the level of 4,638, 4,658, so $20 supply zone. Next target for the bulls on gold. SP500 new all-time high, 7,620. Let's mark it because we can see that the situation here might be a little bit in favor for the bears. In the short term, we might see some correction, some profit taking. But as long as we stay above 7,552, the outlook remains bullish. Definitely if we stay above this level as well, that's roughly around 7,505, the outlook remains bullish. We need to move lower, more than minus 2.44% to have the overbalance of price and time, and to say that okay, that something else is going on here. For now, momentum is still positive. It's not strong, 59 points, but it is still positive, despite the fact that we got this pin bar here. We got shooting star at the top of the move. Look at this shooting star. Before the shooting star, there was a little bit of a pin bar here, so the dips were being bought. On the other hand, the highs were being sold. And that's the first confirmation, the bears still pushing lower. So right now, very interesting situation. But only thing we can do right now is to watch the yesterday low 7,562 and yesterday high, because breakout above, definite breakout above, strong breakout above or below one of these levels will give us a clue about the further direction. Crude oil tested this technical resistance at 97.73 yet again and got rejected yet again. And now it's back towards the level of 51 points on the RSI, so it's neutral, and it looks like neither bulls nor bears know what to do these days. And we stayed inside of this range after the rejection for quite some time, so please now focus on a breakout. Maybe this blue rectangle gap indicating the gap fill might be done without a few levels here. Nevertheless, it still looks like the situation here is under the bearish control, as the level of 94.74 has been rejected twice already. So still bearish bias on the crude oil, and definitely bearish bias on the Bitcoin sinking like a stone after failure to break above the supply zone. Three times bulls try to break above this level. We've been speaking about it for quite some time. We've been I've been showing you this level. They didn't actually made to move it. So the newest data is minus 1534, and we just broke below the lower F line level. So now this movement to the downside, minus 1534, is bigger than the previous biggest correction, minus 1441, by almost 1%. So it's definitely something else is going on here. And this bearish flag, or the bearish F pattern, is being played accordingly as expected. So that's the second bearish flag. We should see more downside to come for the Bitcoin in the coming days, despite the fact that we hit extremely oversold conditions. Haven't seen in weeks, in months right now, because I can see that reading even in March 2026. I can't see this reading last time, February 5th, 2026. So that's the situation we got on the Bitcoin, sinking like a stone. Some technical rebound, some technical movement to the upside is possible. However, please pay attention to the current situation as we are keep moving lower and lower on the Bitcoin. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.